So what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Coffee, Cars and Cameras with Watanda. All of you must be wondering why the change of name. It's clear I've changed the name from Photo Conversation to Coffee, Cars and Cameras with Watanda because I felt Photo Conversations was a little bit limited to one side of me, and I felt that it doesn't really express the true nature, my true nature as a human being. I'm a multifaceted person. I love cars, I love coffee, I love conversations. So I was thinking about a name that could bring all those things together. But the other thing is I'm not limited to that. I feel like this podcast is an evolution. I'm moving from one stage to another. So I think we should expect more name changes along the way. So tomorrow I might wake up and have another name for the podcast. But as of now, it is Coffee, Cars and Cameras with Watanda. Today's podcast is an interesting one, I should say. And I'm going to give you just a quick background of how we get to this podcast. So I think last year, I was at one of the events that happens at Motive. I think it's called the Marketplace. So the Marketplace is a day when different entrepreneurs come together to sell their products, to display their products to customers and sell them, but in one space at Motive.
It's called Tubayo.
Yeah, I think it's it's called Tubayo. He has reminded me. So it's called Tubayo. As I was going through the market, checking out different things, back then we used to call it window shopping. So as I was window shopping, I came across certain products that spoke to me. But how do those products speak to me? I am a very, very traditional person when it comes to skincare. I feel like that anything that comes to my skin has to come from nature. So a certain product line caught my attention.
Should we say you're a traditional man?
I'm a very traditional man, yes. That's the right word. That's the right way to put it. So a certain line of products caught my attention, and I think the brand is Sharp. Simon Sharp products. So that caught my attention, and I decided to negotiate. There was a lady who was doing the sales. I negotiated, and I feel bad because I wanted to negotiate the lowest price because it's a Ugandan product. Can you imagine? We negotiate for Ugandan products more than, we always feel we can get a margin off of them,
Yesterday someone asked, this is made in Uganda. Why is it so expensive?
So yeah. So I, as a Ugandan, as a normal Ugandan, I was trying to negotiate. So I tried to negotiate, but the lady called the above, called the above. Should we give this guy this product at this price? And the above, I think, I said, you give him since it's an exhibition and it's his first time purchase. But long story short, after using these products for a period of time, I saw a difference between these products. I saw a difference in how they were working my body, my skin, and also in how they're used. For example, like the soap was, it lathers easily. Then the oil was smooth on the skin. So as time went on, the products got done. When the products got done, I ordered because I had a number. I ordered again for these products. Long story short, this consignment also got finished. I ordered again. So I became a constant, customer, daily customer. They even got used to me. Oliwa, things like that. So recently, I think I wanted another consignment of the same product, but I think the company was unable to deliver because of some circumstances. So I requested to go and pick up the products for myself. And that's when...
Holiday.
Yes, actually it was a public holiday. And then I asked if I could go to their premises and pick up these products. And that's when I met the proprietor of Simon Sharp products. And ladies and gentlemen, today I introduce Simon Sharp himself, the man that makes these products. I'm delighted to have you here.
Thank you so much, Watanda.
Yeah, thank you for giving us the opportunity and the time. I know it took you time to get here. You had to make a few calls. I know my place is a little bit confusing, but I'm really delighted. We've talked about this. We were supposed to have this conversation and you're here. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, and I'm very, very happy to be on this podcast. I'm excited. Thank you so much, Watanda. My name is Simon Sharp Katabazi, and I'm the director at Simon Sharp Products Limited, a company that adds value to plant material, what some people may call waste, like cocoa pod husks, plantain skins, plantain stems. I don't know if you know plantain stems.
Plantain stems.
So where you pluck the bananas from, the
Echikolokomba
in Uganda. So echikolokomba echo chikola good sabuni. Sabuni
good soap,
omulungi,
okay.
very good soap.
Okay.
African black soap.
Comes from that thing.
Ebikuta. You see like
The peelings.
Yeah. After you've removed them and throw them away, we come and collect them.
We shall get to that part.
Exactly. So that's Simon Sharp Products. We make 100% organic skin and hair care product, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm very, very excited.
Now, Simon, I remember when we had a conversation, you shared with me your background, your corporate background. You had a corporate job before all of this.
Yeah.
How do you transition from your corporate? I think you have a bachelor's in computer science or something.
Yeah.
Yes. So how do you transition from computer science to corporate and now to making soap out of plantain peelings and stuff like that?
I've done a lot of things. Man. So when I was young, my dad is a medical doctor, is a retired medical doctor. My mom was also a nurse, but she passed on. And people used to come home, like sick people. Dad has a clinic at home. So people go home for, even now, he still does. Like sick people come, they do the checkups, treatment and everything. And I kept asking my dad, who makes the medicine? Where does the medicine come from? Well, his answer is we buy from India, so it comes from India. And my dream was to make medicine.
Wow.
That's still...
interesting.
that is still there. Maybe one day, if the money is there, I'll start up a pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah.
But that was the dream because medicine sells per minute. I wanted to make something that can sell per minute. When you sell, they say when you sell something per minute all over the world, that's of course good money, big money. So my thing was to make something that people can, I can sell, make money, but still it helps people, I'm not yet there. Na ye tuja,
Man, that's inspirational when you say you want to make something that sells per minute.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of corporations like Google. Google sells per second.
Amazon, people buy per second.
Per second.
You see, the people who make money, a lot of money, they sell per second.
Yeah.
And this like in Uganda, you're purchasing something that has come from the US, maybe not made from the US. They have made a cooperation here, maybe a partnership. For example, Coca-Cola is here. Coca-Cola is everywhere. And people buy soda per second.
Per second, that's for sure. So, that's very interesting. But then, okay, from now, let's go to the part where you.
School, I went to school, of course, like any other normal person. Schooling was not easy for me. I remember from Form 2 to Form 4, I paid my own school fees. I was working at a school. The school has this opportunity, like gives a student an opportunity to
bursary.
Maybe, not even bursary, but you like a school dependent. So you work for school, you clean for the school, you trim the compound, maybe do some gardening, and then get school fees. Yeah, I used to do that in my O-level to get school fees. So it was not easy for me. But I did, I went through the school system, did a diploma in computer repair and maintenance, did a bachelor's in computer science, And before I was doing a diploma. When I was doing a diploma, I got a chance to get engaged with the MTN franchise. By then, I think it is still available, called Nilocom. From Nilocom, I used to do as a sales agent. Then that through Nilocom, I got connected to MTN. I was recruited to work as a network technician. So I became a regional network. I first did as a network technician, then I became a regional network technician. By then it was MTN Publicom. Used to be in Ntinda, around Bukoto. Yeah, Bukoto. So from there, I was actually, when I was schooling, I used to do a lot of things. I loved chemistry so much. There's a teacher who used to, when I was in O level, there's a teacher who used to even to give me assignments without other students. Go clean the laboratory. Go do this in the laboratory. Come and do this for me in the laboratory. So that I got more interest in chemistry and biology. So I learned a bit of chemistry. I was very good at chemistry. So when I was in Form 4 vacation, I used to do painting. I could mix paint.
Wow.
So I had a sister in Namgongo where I was staying, and there were guys who were like doing painting. I remember even we did a painting for the Catholic Church, that Catholic Church in Namgongo. And that cross up, they had to put me in a kind of a jelly can and push me up to do the painting. Yeah, so I used to do painting in senior for vacation, mixing. That's when I learned how to mix painting. Wow. And I became good at it, and I don't know why I even stopped that.
You'd be a good painter.
I know. Like a paint company, I would make a paint company, So
Wow.
mbivaamu nengenda ku ssomero nensoma Form 5. In Form 5, I started making soaps, liquid soap. So in Form 5, I joined with a few friends in Mengo, and we made an association. That association died, but because the guys were not, good people. I'm one of the few who started it up. It was called the Joint Research and Development Association. So we made it to make research on a few things that we can add value to, and empower the community, other students. From day one, I wanted always to empower the community, because I'm so much passionate about the community where I stay, the people I live with, So from there, that's when Form 5, I started making soaps. So every Sunday, we could go to Buganda. Every Sunday, Sunday and Saturdays, weekends, we could go to Buganda Loyal Institute. By then, I think it was not a university, or I think it had started being a university. So we could go to Buganda Royal Institute in Mengo and teach the students how to make. I'm the one who taught my friends how to make liquid soap. How I got to know how to make liquid soap, I also learned from a friend. Yeah, from a friend who was coming from Tanzania. It was a friend to my uncle, and he was doing good things. So he told me, when you mix this and this and this, you make soap, and this soap can be used to clean. So liquid soap, that's how I started making liquid soap. And then I added in my chemistry, I made it even better. We used to make the best liquid soap in Mengo. Wow. It was so nice. So there, I went senior 6, I was doing that. And even my family members, a few of my family could support. Every weekend, bring us 5 liters. The community, we started making some good money out of that. We even started farming in senior 6 vacation with my friends, because we had gotten the money. So we could go and do some other, farming, putting up a few, buying a few animals, like that. So in vacation, senior 6 vacation, I was reading my uncle. I was staying at my uncle's home. My uncle buys newspapers every day. So every time he comes back at night, the papers stay in the car, the newspaper. So in the morning, as I'm going to clean his car, I used to clean his car on a daily. So in the morning, as I'm going to clean his car, I read through the newspapers. That's when I got like opportunities of getting access to New Vision, Monitor, Bouquet Day. Because for him, every day he buys all those papers. So I was reading, I think in Bouquet Day, it was Bouquet Day, and then I saw an advert for sales people. at a company was called Legends Venture. I think Legends Venture. It was in Nakasero. I was like, yeah, this is they want vacists, so this is an opportunity. I sat down that very day. I read it was a Friday. I remember very well. I pinned down my application letter, attached my whatever. I didn't even have a CV, but attached whatever was supposed to be attached. I took it to Kololo. I mean to Nakasero. The place was in Nakasero. And then there were so many people. I was very surprised. I went to put an application and I met like 300 people in one place. So I asked, are these employees? They're like, no, they are broad applications. That's when I was like, oh. And they wanted only 20 people.
Only wanted 20 people. That's interesting.
So I went through. When I applied, they read through the application, and of course you had to attach your results and all that. And then a few weeks, like after 1 week, I was called. They sent me a message. They said I had a small phone. They sent me a message to go for an interview. Oh, I was very happy. So the interview, they said interview will start at 7:30 to 2:30 in the evening. That day, I woke up very early, like at 4 I was already out, cleaned my uncle's car, walked. I actually walked I was staying in Kasubi, from Kasubi to Wandegea. I think I reached there by 6:20, and the premises were not open.
You were the first guy to show up.
No, I found a guy there.
You found a guy who was earlier than you.
That guy, we became friends from that day, and we all got the job. So that guy is actually right now in Wales. His name is Michael. He's in Wales and doing well. He's very wealthy in Wales. He's got a family there and everything. So I went there by 6:20 and found that guy there. He asked me before the security guy and said, no, we can't open for you until 7. When the manager comes in, we'll open for you. We're like, okay, we start outside. We started jazzing. He told me he's a pump attendant, very young, but he was working at a pump station, at a fuel station. So, Nitunyumi Mboza and all that. 7, manager comes. Hey, we found us 2 people there. By 7, we were the only people there. And even now, I think she has... the company is called Zulu Enterprises, I think now. I don't know if it is Zulu or something. But she asked, what are you guys doing here at this time? Like, we've come for the interview. We said you come at 7:20 because the interview started at 7:30. Like, yeah, we just wanted to be early. She was very surprised. We were the first people to be interviewed. And she made sure she tell all the people in the board that
you're the
I
first
found
guys to
these
arrive.
people here. So by the time we left, because we entered into the room for the interview at 7:32 there. Me, I entered, I was the first, 7:32, then I spent like 10 minutes. Those guys didn't even ask me a lot because they could see that, I was interested, and they just looked through and like, yeah, a few questions. Can you do this? Yeah. Can you do this? Yeah. Michael went in a few minutes, he came out.
He was out, yeah.
But by the time we left, there were over 100 people there.
Wow.
At that place. There were over 100 people. So went through the process and everything. By the time we know, we only remaining, I think, 30 people. And me, I was invited again when there were only 25 people remaining. That's when I was called again after like 2 weeks. So I thought maybe they had given up on me, or after like 2 weeks, they called me again. I went back and they just gave me an appointment later. The second time I went there. So we started working. Then the work was to do, MTN had started mobile money to do registrations. People connecting people, selling SIM cards, and they took us through the process and everything. They could give us a line. You do, they teach you. I come to you. I ask for your ID. I enter your details.
Basically, registration.
Mobile money and SIM card. So every day we could get money was paid on a daily. You connect someone or you register someone,
you get paid
4,000 per person.
Wow.
So at first, that was the first month. We did it, and I was getting like 300 people in a week.
Wow.
Like 300, 200. So I was working. Michael taught me a trick. Michael was young, but his brain was already up there. So he taught me a trick. He's like, no, when you want to get people, where do you go? You don't go to a shop or something. Go to a market. We go to market. So the first thing we did was to go to Kalere market. We connected all those people there. In like 1 month, I had accumulated over 9,000 numbers. And that was a lot of money.
Okay, now fast forward, because now I want us to lead to where to lead us from there to to Simon Products.
Yeah, so I learned a lot within a few months. A lot. So after there, other companies had come. And they were looking for people to do. No, not other dealers within MTN, like Simba Telecom,
to do that,
to do the same thing.
Okay.
So they looked for people who are doing it for the other company who are very good,
hired them.
and they recruited us. And that's when I went to Nilocom, from Nilocom to MTN, from MTN. Within that period, of course, I started a few of my small businesses. I had a cleaning company. You know, I've done cleaning before. So because I was like making these detergents, and people were buying the detergents, and one day I went to supermarket in Chuatule, and the lady was like, "Oh, so this thing is very nice." I gave them a sample because I wanted to supply. They said, "We'll give the sample to the owner of the supermarket when they come, and we'll call you." I gave it in the evening. In the morning, I was called. "Are you the one who make this soap?" I'm like, "Yeah, come and we talk." I went. She was like, "You bring us 5 liter, 1 liter." 1 week, I brought. The second week, they called for another consignment. I was like, okay, so it works.
This is the thing.
This is a business. So I'm also doing my other...
Your other job, the other side.
So, and I'm studying. And I was doing, I think I did 3 courses at once. Electrical, computer science, and repair and maintenance.
Wow.
So I had a lot of things, but I could juggle. I had the time. The time is, we always have the time.
There is the
just
time.
a matter of creating it. Now this is for this time is for this. The time was always there, and I was doing everything perfectly. So when how I became went into cleaning, a woman says, "Your company is not registered. Yes, you make a good soap, but you have to register."
You need to register your company.
I went and registered a sole proprietor. Sole proprietorship, by then I think registration was like over 40, over 30. So I registered, I called it Simon Sharp Products. No, I called it, the first one was Dr. Clean Services.
Dr. Clean Services.
So Dr. Clean was simply to do, she was like, now if you've done Dr. Clean, she's the one actually gave me the idea that you can even clean for us because you have good detergent. Do the cleaning, we get someone, we pay you. I can even get you other people. She got me like 3 apartments, very big apartments in Chuatule. And then by the time I think I sold off the company, I had like 7 supermarkets, I had like 5 apartments, and this is just cleaning outside and you get the money. You get people to slash, do the trimming,
basic cleaning,
and you get the money.
So
one day
I like the way you making money look so easy.
It should be. It should be. One person told me, is a brother to Ekon. He showed me, you're doing a lot. And for me, I was just doing, I thought it was normal. But no, that's a lot of work. Just sit there, set up systems. Set up systems that can do what you can't
Whatever
do.
you want to do, just set
you
up
want
a
to do
system.
this, that do. That's how and I was like, what? In Uganda? Hiring a company to do for you this, and they all... It's very hard. But... I've learned how to make money. Like me, I started making money when I was 12. At 12, I had my own garden. I didn't tell you.
You had your own
small garden. I could do cassava, lumonde, cabbage, small things.
Okay, now let's move forward to your to Simon Sharp
product
that is making the organic products.
How I came into this, it was I was in Rotary. So we had a Rotary dinner at Protea Hotel. So I go into the room. I was a bit late because of my schedule. So I reached at the time when people it was time for dinner. So I looked for where to sit because I was late. I saw an empty table with just 2 people. I went, sat on, I joined them. I asked, can I join you there? Yeah, join us. So I joined, we talked. In a few minutes, I had connected with them already.
With the people.
So we go for food, on the line to have food.
To have food.
I'm like, let me help you. This person is coming from UK, so I could tell, they need that attention. And man, she was like in her early 30s. They need this attention, man, helping you with the plate and all that. I helped her to put food on the plate. She was holding the plates I was putting there.
You were being a gentleman.
Exactly. So we got that connection there and then. Yeah. Now when we went back to eat, she asked, what do you do? I'm like, yeah, I do this. She's like, what? How do you do all those things? I was like, now the fact that you into chemicals, you make. By the time I started this, I was making nail polish remover. I was making nail polish. I was making acetone. I was making aftershave. I was making surgical spirit. I was making a jig, okay, non-jig. Jig is a name for, but kind of jig. I was making
bleach.
Bleach, the bleaching agent. I was making any kind of detergent.
Any kind of cleaning chemical you would
because I was using these things in my company.
Yeah.
So I sold off the company. I got a big job that I couldn't
Why
do.
did you? You got a bigger contract.
And I couldn't.
And you couldn't manage, so you
needed
sold
a lot
off the
of
company.
Things, and I was like, guy who brought the contract was like, since you can't do, let me buy the company. I was like, come on, give me the money. It is not a big company. I don't want to say the name.
You don't want to say the name?
Yeah, but now it is a big company. So
wow.
And I'm happy. I had another company. Okay, it was called. It is now in Rwanda. They are using it in Rwanda at a district level to do some other things. But when I told her what I do, she was very surprised. She was the fact that now you do all these chemicals. In UK, I sell cosmetics. I'm like, wow, okay. We are looking for something called African black soap. I was like, what? What is that? She showed me pictures of African black soap. It comes from Ghana. I got interested. So when I Googled, I had my phone put who makes African black soap in Uganda. No one makes African black soap in Uganda.
Wow.
Google said no one.
So you checked and there was no one in Uganda that
East
makes
Africa.
African black soap.
I checked East Africa. No one. Africa.
Interesting.
Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone. I was like, oh, okay, this is a very big opportunity. From there, I've never looked back.
Never looked back. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, Simon, your story is so. One, it is very entertaining because there's a lot of drama in there. Two, it's very inspirational because you go through a lot to get where you are. But one of the things I've noticed about all successful entrepreneurs is the fact that they do a multiplicity of things, a multiplicity of trades, sales, technical jobs, and lots of things before they get their let me call it kryptonite, or get their the magic.
Yeah.
So your story for me speaks to me. We are very similar. If you look at the things I've done to get to where
I can tell by the environment here.
Music, basketball. But there's one beautiful thing.
Do you know I was basketball umpire, a football referee?
You man, what haven't you done? What haven't you done in this world?
One day I think we should get time and talk about
the
things I know how to do.
The things you know how to
because
do.
It's a manino kubaraga.
Simon. but there's one thing I noticed. And I was thinking about this today, early in the morning. Order comes out of chaos. Mm-hmm. And even when you look at the Bible, before creation, if you go to Genesis chapter 1, where the Bible talks about in the beginning there was, nothing. The water, all of that. it was a state of chaos in a
Then
sense,
God said,
let there be, and then order comes out of chaos.
Yeah.
But I've seen this phenomenon with all creatives, with all entrepreneurs who are successful. And unfortunately, when chaos comes to people, they tend to fight so hard to straighten up. And that's when you get comments from parents or from mentors like, you need to focus, you need to do. But I think focus comes from diversity.
Exactly.
You first
have to first know things.
nsiko.
You have to first know things. No kolako kuchino ne chigana.
No
You're
dakuchirala.
disappointed.
You get.
No kolako kuchino.
But from what you're saying, from what your company looks like right now, I'll tell you this, and honestly speaking, you can trace each and every skill, each and every knowledge, piece of wisdom that you've collected over those different, I'll call them chaos. I'll call it chaos because by the time you're doing cleaning, but you're making detergents, but you're also studying 2-3 courses. But you see now, and I think that's the reason why certain entrepreneurs are irreplaceable, which is also something bad. We'll talk about the danger of being irreplaceable in your own company. But sometimes you find yourself in a state of being irreplaceable because of all the things you've picked up, your past experience. Because how can someone account for that experience?
I look at people like Dr. Chairman Wavamuno, and I'm like, who can be like him?
The guy has done so many things.
Everything.
And I've also been watching, I think, what's his name? This rich man, the owner of Protea. What's his name?
Bitatwe.
He also speaks about doing everything.
And they are everywhere.
They're everywhere. So focus is important, but I think at the early stages of development of business startup, kutomera muko nokwata kino nokwata nechiri. Oyinokola ensobi nyingi. But that has inspired me so much. So now, let's move. How do you now formalize the product? How does the company Simon Sharp Products become what it is now? We've now left the part where you automate siko. We are at the part where now because when I look at your products, I see this is what I'm going to tell you. When I look at your products, I see a constant desire for quality.
Thank you.
And I keep telling people that it doesn't matter your resources. It doesn't matter where you are, but the intention can always be felt. Do you remember the time I came to your workstation and I told you that
I didn't expect this to be like this.
Yeah. But you remember when I told you that when someone makes a product and they've poured their soul in it, you can feel it. It doesn't matter what branding and all that. You can feel that if you go to a shop and someone gives you attention, even the bread will be nice. We talked about a person who cooks while quarreling. And then the food
is hot.
The food is hot and it burns you. So for me, from your products, I see a constant desire for quality because I see the packaging you're trying. Because when you look at all this, and I've also seen constant improvement because at first the packaging was different and you keep trying, and that's what we call continuous improvement. So I've seen Ugandan products. I've seen Ugandan products, but to me this is simple, but you see there's quality in the packaging.
One thing I've learned
so maybe you share with us your journey to how do you work like this? How do you get the quality? How do you source for these things? You give me step by step. I know the time is running, but please try to.
Before I go into that, one thing I want viewers to know, people who are like production to production, or even if it is a job, packaging is very, very, very important. If it is out of 100, 80% of your product should be packaging. How you package it. That's what kills the business. That's what kills a product. You see, most times when you go to a market, you're not into production, but there's this thing called white labeling. And everyone wants to white label your product. Just know the package is not good, but the product is good.
What's white labeling?
White labeling is like me, I make the soap, I sell it to you,
I just
pack
put
it
my,
the way
I
you
just
want,
put,
your label, your whatever, everything, and
I
put in
see.
the market.
That's what they call
And
white
sell
labeling.
a bit higher than me. Now, that means you're looking at my product and like, there's a gap. There's something missing.
The product has
Product
quality,
is very good.
but the packaging is lacking. So provide the packaging, sell at a higher cost. Interesting.
Exactly. So how I get into like how to improve the product, how the journey, how we've worked from the time we started. How when I started using African black soap, omwana yampaka kantu katono we kato yomwala yampaya kantu katono. Kubanga yali akalina yangamba nvugaako ntwale waka nkuwe kasabuni kano. Yampako kapisi katono nyo we kat. And I used my skin used to be very dry. Very, very dry. So when she gave me African black soap, the first piece I used, I felt, wow.
There was a difference.
The leaf, softness. It could remove dead skin when I'm seeing like this. Like dead skin could come off my body. I said, this is something I should
venture
focus
into,
on.
yeah.
So I started making research on how to make African black soap. No one makes African. I can tell you, I lost $1,800 into buying content. Like you go online.
Buying like raw material.
No. You want to learn how to make African black soap.
Oh, you want to learn how to do
So you phone someone on Facebook and they're like in Nigeria and they're like, yeah, I can even send you all the
recipe and
the
all
recipe,
this, yeah.
all the documentation, the information you need. I sell it at $400.
You send. They chew your dime.
I lost 1,800
Wow.
in just that kavuyo. And when I used that, the product they had given me, I didn't finish all of it. I kept a bit just to, a reference. Every time you make, you have to go back and check. Is it like this? Does it match? The quality and everything. But one day, I got fed up. It took me 2 years. This thing you see here, it took me 2 years to make it.
That is the body scrub.
This is the African black soap.
Yes,
the raw African black soap. To make it this quality, it took me 2 years.
2 years.
I can tell you what, and I almost went into depression. I even sold off my car because I was, out of money. I had resigned at my job to focus on my business. Things were not easy. So one day, I'm like, the thing has failed. Let me try again. I said, who can I ask? Someone maybe with knowledge. You see, when you have people with information or knowledge, most of the things here we do, you can go to a company and see how they do it. Or you can ask a consultant. These days, people hire consultants. I looked for a consultant to hire, and I couldn't get any. So one day I was like, out of nowhere. The previous weekend I was in Bundibugyo. I was trying to cook the potash and everything, the cocoa pods. I spent a lot of time there. I didn't come out. So I came with what I had made. I said, okay, let me go and inquire something. I went to the Ghanaian embassy, the consulate. I went there and asked, can I talk to the ambassador or anyone from Ghana here? And I didn't get a chance the first time.
Did they refuse you to talk to people?
No, because the ambassador, the embassy
you need
is
an
in Nairobi.
appointment. The
embassy is in Nairobi. So it comes
even till
here.
today?
I'm not sure, but then I think 5 years back or 4 years back.
Because currently we don't even need visa to go to Ghana.
Yeah. So I asked, the lady was very nice and she was like, what do you want? I'm like, I'm making African black soap. It has failed. I need to figure out how. They're like, oh, what is African black soap? I know shea butter from Ghana, but I don't know. They're like, okay. Oh, she's like, yeah, I've seen my boss with the thing. I showed her the pictures and she was like, yeah, I've seen some people come with the thing here. I'll ask for you. So one day I'm there, they give me a call. The ambassador is coming in this day. You can come and consult, but you must be here very early before.
That was in Nairobi.
No. Here in Kampala.
Oh, they have a consulate. Okay.
Here in Kampala, in Kororo, I think on Kaihura Road, something like that. So I went there early in the morning. I asked, he met me there. I was parked at the gate. So I drove there. I waited for him. When I have an appointment, I go very early.
Osooka buli omu.
Buli omu n'omusookawo nsobola okumakinga sure nti boss andaba nga okitegeera. The opportunities.
They can't miss you.
You can't. So they invited me in. I said, what's your problem? Very old man, like in his 80s. What's your problem? So I'm like, I want to make African black soap. He looked at me like, what? African black soap? In Uganda? How? Like, yeah, we have cocoa, we have these. Like, okay, so tell me what you do. And the process, how have you, taken and give me details of what exactly you're doing it. So I gave him my pen down, I showed him, I had even my notebook, had everything. It's like, oh, impressive. This is hard work, but you're doing it the wrong way. So like, okay, change this to this to this. He gave me like 4 tips. I went back. I changed the things. They worked, but not exactly. Now what I was missing is the chemistry. Because I thought I was even putting sodium hydroxide at first. Because, the saponification process, without sodium hydroxide, no saponification. But with this thing, you don't need sodium hydroxide. That's what I was missing. So one day, I remember I was with that boy. Maybe that boy passed on this year. He was killed by thugs. He was very young. I worked, the company you saw there, that factory there.
Yeah.
We started from a banana plantation. My friend's banana plantation. With a cooking pot like this, we could cook a quarter. Soap, a kilogram, we could only cook a quarter. With that boy, he was a student. Say the boy one day, like in the evening after, I was like, but we did this, it didn't work. Like, no, it doesn't even know chemistry or anything. He just said, we did this, but it didn't work. How about we do this and this? And then we changed, and it worked.
Wow.
Out of nowhere, from that time, we've been making African black soap up to now. So I took the sample I had made to the consulate to Ghana, the guy, and said, I wasn't there, but the lady was like, you can leave it behind. I was called, yeah, well done. Now you can make African black soap.
Wow.
So that's how I started the business. Yeah, from my friend's banana plantation there in Chilinyi, actually a few meters. It is that friend of mine is the one who actually encouraged me to buy land there.
To buy the land, yeah.
That land there. So it was like, now you can buy small land, but they didn't know even to work out. Every day they could tell me something. Why don't you go back in your things? Because we spent a lot of time.
There will always be someone who will tell you, why don't you go back to the things you used to do? This will not work.
He wanted us to do the thing, but he was seeing I'm being,
Well, I like the story. Still inspirational. I like the fact that one, you had the confidence to meet people. I mean, how do you get the courage to go to an embassy and say you want to see the ambassador? And in fact, you talk to the ambassador and tell him your problem and you get a solution. That is one of the skills that the young people today lack.
Even now, Watanda, if I tell you the customers I have, I just go to their office and tell them, I sell this, please buy from me. And they do.
And the thing is, even when society evolves, even when sales and marketing evolves, the core of business is the ability to propose your value.
Yeah.
It's either product or service to somebody. It doesn't matter whether that person is the president. It doesn't matter whether that person is. You just have to be confident. So from this story, I get the whole element of confidence, but I get the story of humility. I get the element of humility. You have to be humble as an entrepreneur because, for example, one of your colleagues who doesn't even have a lot of knowledge in chemistry.
Yeah. She just gave me.
She just gives you his idea and says, maybe change this or that.
And
if you are arrogant and not a person that is humble, you might you might brush off that. But sometimes, and this I've also seen this in my field, sometimes the best work or the best commentary comes from people that have no idea about the business. And do you know why? The reason is this. When you are so knowledgeable about a subject, you're so knowledgeable, so much that you can't see anything outside of the subject.
Exactly.
I keep saying that some of my best photos were taken because someone who is not a photographer asked me to take
try
that
this.
picture. And if I was arrogant and full of myself, I would ignore that.
Let me tell you, these ones, you see, most of these ones come from the customers. They tell you, we want to make for us this. Let me show you. You see this? Yeah, this is chamomile. This is the name of someone.
Chai mine.
So chamomile introduced a face cleanser. She made a face cleanser from our soap.
Wow.
So she was like, Simon, I was trying to make a face cleanser with soap. She's in Canada. So I was trying to make a face cleanser, and we came up with this. So you remember the gentleman you met there?
Yeah.
He brought me that sample. She was not there by the time he came. The gentleman brought me the sample and like, oh, this is what my sister made, and she feels like he should maybe improve on. And then when we did the formula, as I did it now by myself, I created a formula. It works so well. It's magic, and it came from someone.
So you
if
see,
he had
you
not
see-
accepted,
So you see the whole idea of humility. When you're humble, to accept that people out there are also creative, you actually stand to benefit. So for me, your story is very, very inspirational. Now, let's go to the products. You do, at least from my experience, I've used the soap, I've used the oil.
the coconut you have.
Yeah, I love the coconut oil because it's very smooth and it. You don't need a lot to oil up. So could you? I mean, for me, this is now the quick sales pitch for you on my podcast. So just take us through some of your products. You can hold each one of them. I can just put for you there, and then you make sure you're using the microphone properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with this. These are almost the same. The difference, liquid and solid. Yeah, the difference is just the state. So this comes from 100% organic ingredients.
No chemicals
No
added.
preservatives, no sodium hydroxide.
And what are the ingredients?
So it comes from cocoa pod husks. Ebisusunku bya cocoa. People eat cocoa.
And
The seeds, okay. You people take chocolate and everything. Ebisusunku babirekayo mu nnimiro. And for us, we go collect them. We employ local women. I love working with marginalized people. Women in Bundibugyo are marginalized. So I work with women in Bundibugyo. We have groups of them. And they collect the cocoa pod husks, dry them, and we process. I teach them actually. I give them all the equipment they need to process what I want, and I buy from them. That's what I buy from them is potash, or potassium salt. So this comes from cocoa pods, plantain skins, pumpkin oil, shea butter, honey, coconut oil. That's it. We just boil the oils together and add potash from cocoa.
And what are the
pod.
benefits?
Now, when you use this, I think this is the best soap I've ever used.
Even me, I can testify to that.
It is cleansing. When you wash, that first wash, you feel like I've not been washing. You see, when you've been washing,
A
with
shower like you've never showered before.
It's very cleansing. Yeah.
Okay.
Pimples, people with pimples, a lot of pimples, big pimples, small pimples. This soap brings out the oils. It opens your skin pores and brings out all the excess oils. It normalizes your skin if you have a lot of oils. If you have that dry skin, it removes the dead skin and opens your skin pores, so your skin can start breathing, and then you become normal.
Great.
Yeah? People with bad odor, the teenagers, this is magic. This is magic. Yeah, people with eczema, people with skin rash, people with dark spots. This thing is everything.
Wow.
It's so good. Now, from African black soap, we make a scrub. This was also inspired by a client. So she kept using the soap and said, this soap is so nice. Now I need something that can remove that deep dead skin, that the black spots. I have a lot of black spots and they are fade to go. Can you create for us something? That's when I came up with this. Yeah, and up to now, we have clients who have been our clients for 5 years. We've maintained the relationship and everything, and they are still, going. They keep giving us customers. So this is a scrub. It's an African black soap scrub. It's a soap-based scrub. It is not like apricot scrub. Like you get and scrub yourself. No, this you put your hands, wash. It scrubs naturally. It has African black soap. It has turmeric. It has licorice. It has neem powder. It has brown sugar. It has honey. So it scrubs naturally. It removes all the dirt from your skin. It's very, very good. We make a shampoo. We make a shampoo from African black soap. Most of the products here, you're going to see the African black soap because it is what inspired us to do.
One of the things I like with your shampoo is it lathers even with small quantities. Like I used that for about 3 months, man. No. And actually more than that. I was wasting it.
Because for me, I use it for more than 5 months.
It's perfect.
You just need a little bit, small amount, and wash your hair, and it's deep cleansing. So when you're washing your hair, you scrub your scalp. It will open your scalp pores.
It's interesting how you've I would say at already the stage of the step you've taken in your production, that you have an assortment of products. You have a product line, I should say. Yeah. And I like the fact that your product line is organic, a little bit focused. It's about skincare. Even when you had so many ideas, you kind of focused on skincare. But how do you source for the raw materials for these products? Because those are some of the challenges that people will face. So how do you source for these products? Let me put it this way, how have you managed the business? In 5 minutes, share with us how you manage the business. Because I'll tell you that when I came into contact with your business for the first time, I saw the customer care, I saw the packaging, I saw the presentation and all of this. For me, that is one of the most difficult things for every startup. Creating a system, creating let me call it a brand. Yeah. How have you managed to create this brand, take care of the production, take care of the marketing, take care of the sales, take care of the research? Because you've talked about so many things. Most of the times when I invite entrepreneurs to come and share with us how they do what they do, they go through the entire business development process, but usually it is scattered in form of anecdotes in their stories. The entire story you've told me has so many things, has so many elements that are very key in business development, or in creating a startup, or in incubating any kind of business. So for me, I would say in this part of the podcast, share with us how you've managed to run this business. To me, it is a success, and I know it's yet to get to where it's supposed to get, but I see it already as a success, because if you can sell it, for me, success for a product is if you can create a product and find a customer for it, you are a success. Yeah. The only thing that is left is now to prove to us that you are not a one-time wonder. Exactly. Yeah, so please share with us a few tricks. And
for me, I think first and foremost, the most important thing is the proprietor. If you know how to handle the people, if you know the quality you want, you have a business plan to follow, everything just fall in. Most people just make a product and they put on the market. They'll hire whatever they want to hire. So when you making a product like a skincare product, first and foremost, you have to think about quality. Packaging is very important. Branding. You've seen my stickers. Most of these ideas, I have a very good graphic designer. He's very good. I just give him my vision, what I want it like how to be.
Look like.
The first things like the African black soap, I did the designs by myself, like these normal, word designs, and gave him the idea. And I've had one graphic designer from the time I started. I've not changed. And I just tell him, do this for this, and he'll do exactly. So the presentation of the product, the quality. You came to our place.
Yes.
You can't have this certified by UNBS. Most of these are certified by UNBS, with just a place that is, standards are very low. You don't have this. This is mixed. You have it is from me, the proprietor. I know what I want the product to be.
When we see the product, we see you.
Exactly. You see, when you see the product, you see me.
When you see the business, we see you.
Me, So,
wow.
If you are this person who is very passionate about quality standards, the customers are going to come in, because everyone wants to buy something. They want to associate with quality, with standard.
How are you able to manage your human resource? Because
it's very hard. It's very, more especially getting the right people to work with. I've managed to have a few actually I have the production guy. I don't know if you saw him. From the time we started, I'm with him. And this is actually one of the people that, keep saying, this shouldn't be like this. Even when I've created a good formula for a product, they'll be like, let's change it. And when you listen to them, it becomes, better. So it starts with me, the proprietor, what I want, how I want it to be like, and all that. The employees, human resource, when I come and talk to you at Anda, you're a good person. I'm good at that. I can just talk to you in a few minutes. I know you're going to do what I want.
And that is a skill that is hard to quantify when you're starting up a business. There are people that know how to connect with their with their workers. They know how to recruit. I think recruitment is a talent.
Very important.
It's a gift. It's a gift. That's why you see some entrepreneurs do not recruit. They have somebody else that does the recruitment.
I can tell you, I've interviewed so many people for different jobs. Right now, we don't have salesperson, because the one we had. So I look at you and see that you are going to represent this product, that you're going to talk for this product.
Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Sharp has no salesmen and saleswomen.
Exactly.
So please, if you think you are a good salesperson, you reach him. He will share with us his contacts.
So there's being good and understanding our product.
Understanding the product is also another
Very
thing.
important.
But that can be taught.
Of course, but most people.
But they cannot teach you how to be good.
I know.
But maybe the other thing is, how are you selling these products? What's your sales strategy? How are you managing? Because I got the product. I got the product from a certain outlet at an exhibition. Yeah. But then later you started to deliver to me. I like the fact that you deliver. Yeah. And to be honest, the prices are a bit fair. Even the delivery fees are manageable. Yeah. Manageable. So maybe you could share with us how you sell your products.
When you don't have your products all over the world or in supermarkets, you have to learn how to get them to the customers at a fair price. Someone would be like, I'm buying this 30 and you're delivering it at 10. It doesn't make sense. You understand? So you have to know that my customers are like everywhere, and I have to get fair prices for them. First thing I did is to buy my own delivery bikes. I hire my own delivery people.
Oh, yeah.
I also do these other ones in case they are busy. I can do a safe border or stage guys. We have some few we can send, but those are a bit expensive.
I like the way you're also very involved in the business. You're not only leading from the front, I should say. You're leading from the front.
Exactly.
You are the commander from the
so
front.
I don't win the war when you're
at the back.
No.
So yeah, I think that's one of the things I also liked and learned from you, that much as you are the proprietor, you're the CEO, you're still involved in the process. You're involved in the business decisions, which also kind of gives us the feeling that you care for the customers.
Maybe what I didn't tell you is how I source the ingredients.
Yeah. I was talking about the materials. How do you source these?
A hassle. a very big hustle. Omanyi nti osobola okugenda ku kitundu awali raw materials, and then the people there don't want to sell to you because you're buying at low price.
No price, yeah.
You know?
And how have you managed that?
Cocoa, in cocoa, people sell a kilogram of cocoa. There's a time they were selling at 25 per kilogram. So imagine someone who is selling a kilogram of cocoa at 25, and you're giving them 2,000 for a kilogram of pods. For them, it doesn't make sense.
So how do you manage?
So you have to get those who are interested first. They want to know, because in society, there are those who are just interested to learn how I can add this. How do we add value to this? We've had these things for so long, and they are just rotting in the gardens. And they are very toxic when they are accumulating in the soil. Yeah, they are. I
didn't know that.
Because they are acidic. They have a lot of acids. That's why they produce very good potash, because the salt in there is a lot. So there are those who are just interested in knowing how to add value, because we also make fertilizers from them. After removing the potash, we don't just throw away the ash. We keep it and make fertilizer they can take back to the gardens. So you first get those who are interested. Yeah, that's what I did first. Now those who are interested others. And now it is growing. It is
and it's sort of like you have a social. There's a social element to your
social impact
to your sourcing of raw materials.
You have to look at it and say, now, if I'm going to do this, how am I going to help the community?
You're not only taking from them, but you're also adding value to them.
Exactly.
I think that's good. I think even other brands should borrow a leaf from you, because most of these brands are very capitalistic, take and take and take. But it's very important to also acknowledge the people that you're getting these raw materials
and
from.
Also identifying the people you want to work with. Because if I went to Bundibugyo and said, everyone come. No, I said, no, I want to work with women. Because women, in Bundibugyo, women own farms. But when it comes to selling, it's the man who dictates the price. And he's the one who gets to
that has been the
money.
Story. That has been the
story. Like, it is a woman who has hustled to take care of the cocoa from zero to and then someone is just counting
the money. Anyway, that is a different story for another day. But I think your story is very inspirational.
Thank you.
And we are in an age where employment is becoming more scarce. Graduates are becoming more and more.
There are so many
in the economy, and they're looking for jobs. But you are an outlier. You decided to go out and do something different. You are not ordinary. So, what advice would you give to young people as we close? What advice would you give to young people that have their ideas, that have their dreams? What advice can you give to them?
They should stop thinking that things are you get things just like that. Things are not easy you don't easily get something. I want 200 million next year, and you just get the money.
Okay, so tell us now. Tell us also the easy things. When we were growing up, our parents used to tell us, Sibyangu. Okay, the part of Sibyangu. So, but
the first thing you do is to know, mostly, these days people, actually for me, if I knew when I was young that, okay, if I was exposed the way these people are, I would be, I don't know, something different. But these days people are exposed.
We have the internet.
Everything is available. Kids start using phones at 4,
the recipe for making the ingredients for making these things.
I've made it public.
You've made it public. So
I have a YouTube where it is available.
Wow.
So you first focus on what you want. If I want to be a doctor, what do I need to be? What do I need to do? Focus on the things that make you become a doctor. If you want to be a content creator, focus. Create the space, the environment that is going to allow you to be who you want to be.
Whatever you want to be.
Not just rushing into things. These days, everyone wants to do things chap.
But from what you've shared with me, I'll also give advice. One of the things that Simon Sharp shared with us today is the different things he did from the very beginning that have contributed to who he is today. So I think if you're a young person out there, try out different things.
That's what I was saying. Create the environment.
Create the environment where you can But also,
you're not going to become a doctor if you don't even know that mujaja is good for the
yeah,
stomach.
yeah.
So learn a few things.
Build a repository of knowledge because
exactly.
it's important. The engineering, helps you in your machines. The chemistry helps you in mixing the quantities and,
Imagine my dream was to make medicine.
Now but this is medicine.
Now,
sure.
this is a
medicine.
start.
Yeah.
Like, it takes me to where I want to go.
Where do we see Simon Sharp products in the next 10 years?
Not even 10 years. In the next 2 years.
10 years is too far.
We want to be realistic. In the next 2 years, for sure, we're going to be all over. Right now, we sell in Canada, we sell in US, we have customers. Of course, we don't have these big supermarket stores, but we have retail customers in US, in Canada, in UK, in Denmark, in Australia, in South Africa, in Nairobi,
When I
in
grow up, I want to be like you.
Yeah. But of course, these are retail.
Yeah.
We want to be, the next 2 years, we want to be in Costco. You find us in Costco and be like, wow, this is a made in Uganda product. Want to be in those brands, big brands,
big,
Chinatown,
stores,
whatever, So the dream now, the target in the next 2 years is to have these products available in these stores worldwide. When in Kampala, in Uganda, we're working with pharmacies mostly.
So share with us where these products can be found and the contacts. Share with us so that our customers can.
Oh, okay. So right now, Simon Sharp products on any social media. On any social media platform, our website is www.simonsharpproducts.com. You can go there, put a review, make your order, and it will be delivered instantly. Yeah. On social media, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, we're available. And we have stores where people can buy. I can give a few. People can buy from Fieka Pharmacy Wandegea. People can buy from Fast Pharmacy. People can buy from Jumbo at King Fahadi. People can buy from Gazaland. People can buy in Kansanga at Edberg Pharmacy. There is a Wega Pharmacy in Munyonyo, in Muyenga. Instant Rising in Muyenga. So we have a few.
You're taking over Kampala. Thank you so much for your time, my brother.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for hosting me. I appreciate this and very happy. I'm very happy.
Yeah. Your conversation is very interesting.
We should have more time.
We should have more time and talk about certain things. Thank you so much. And viewers, thank you so much for catching this YouTube video on coffee, cars and cameras with Watanda. Like I told you, we changed our name and we'll keep evolving with the times. And now I'm having business people like Simon Sharp products. So catch you on the next one and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share with others and hit the like button and also subscribe. Catch you on the next one.